Hello guys, you're back to our dashboard, and in this video I'll actually be giving you guys a power packed teaching. A power pack teaching that's actually going to show you guys how to actually make money on Sportybet visual. Today is April 27, 2026, and this is just 4 months, and the year is actually running out. Out of 12 months, we've actually used 4 months, and most of you guys have not achieved even nothing, like nothing. You have actually achieved zero, and most of you guys are worried, how do I make money online, or how do I make money from sport betting specifically? So that's why I'm making this tutorial on how to make money for yourself on visual sport betting when you're actually using Sportybet. You get my point? So let us head over to the visual section. So you guys actually saw how much I've actually been making from Sportybet as a whole, and a whole lot of money that I've generated from sport betting as a whole. You get my point? And you also can actually replicate this result. I don't have 2 heads, I don't have 4 heads, I just have 1 head. I'm like the same person as you, and you can actually do the same thing and get the same result if you actually apply the same principle I'm about to show you right now. So what you just have to do is go over to the instant football visual. Let's head over to our instant football visual. So in this video I'll actually be doing a giveaway. So what I actually want to do right now is let me credit the last person from the previous giveaway. Let me go over to my bank app. I've just copied the person account number from my ATM. So what I'm just going to do right now is just press 3,500 naira, because the person is a Nigerian. So if the next person that is winning my giveaway is a Ghanaian, I'll actually be sending 35 cedis. So okay, I think I'll cover the person's name when editing this video. I'll cover the person's account number. I don't want the person's account number to be shown. And let me put my pin. I'll cover my keyboard. Don't worry. I'll cover my keyboard. Don't worry. My pin will not be shown. So for those of you that actually want to win my next giveaway, I've sent it. For those of you that actually want to win my next giveaway, what you just have to do is find me the code anywhere around this video and just be leaving me a nice comment, because I might pick you from the comment section or anywhere. So let us dive into our video. So coming back from my bank app, so what I'm just going to do right now is do another giveaway for today. What you just have to do is just find me the code, whereby I'll be dropping the code in this video, anywhere around this video. I will just drop the code, find the code. The first person to find that code and send to me on WhatsApp, that is the person I'll actually be crediting this 3,500 naira. If you're from Ghana, I'll actually be crediting you 35 cedis. 35 cedis is equivalent to 3,500 naira. You get my point? So let me walk you guys through on how we can actually make money for ourselves on sports betting. So let me reset my bet account. Okay, yeah, today I just made 8,000 naira. I'll be 8,400 naira, and I decided to withdraw 1,400 naira to my bank app. So this is 7,000 naira I actually want to use to grow my money right now to at least 13,000 again, and then withdraw my money. So now this strategy I'm about to show you actually works out for the Spain section. It actually works out for the Spain section. This strategy has 6 criteria we're actually going to follow. As you can see right here, there are 6 steps we are actually going to follow to actually make money for ourselves using this strategy. You get my point? Now, the first strategy is knowing that this strategy works out for the Spain section. This strategy works out for the Spain section. So when you come over to your Sportybet app, what we're just going to do right now is go over to our Spain section. Here's the Spain section. You get my point? So when you come over to the Spain section, what we're just going to do right now is head over to the over section, which is the next step. As you can see right here, the next step is go over to the over 3.5 section and look out for the biggest odd at the over section. You get my point? So let us head over to the over section. Let's slide over to the over section. So for those of you that have not joined my Telegram and my WhatsApp community, use the links in the description to join the Telegram and the WhatsApp community, where I usually drop daily prediction to odd. Yesterday we actually made profit for ourselves. I actually banked a whole lot of money for myself. As you can see, my winning tickets yesterday, my 2 winning tickets from yesterday's game. I give my games free, so use the links in the description to join either the Telegram or the WhatsApp community. Anyone that is very convenient for you to join, use any of the links to join. You get my point? I even do aviator signals. As you can see, I even drop sport news. I even drop live score, that is if a team is playing and you actually want to be getting updates on how, when they score, and everything's being done in the Telegram and the WhatsApp community. So use the links to join either the Telegram or the WhatsApp community. And also I even do giveaway in the Telegram and the WhatsApp community. You get my point? So let us dive into what we actually have for ourselves. So the step that we're actually in right now is to look out for the biggest odd in the over 3.5 section. As you can see, this is the over section. Let us highlight the over section. This is the over section. You get my point? So making money on visuals is something that you're actually supposed to do as a part-time something, not even something that you're supposed to do full-time. You get my point? Probably have a work you're actually doing or something. If you don't even have a work, probably you should just take this as a one of your side hustle, not just all your side hustle, because this thing can actually be very dangerous. That is, if you don't have a strategy you're actually following up. You get my point? So this is the highest odd right now. This is the highest odd at OVI and RAY. You get my point? And RAY. So the next thing we're actually going to check on our step is checking if this two team is at a very poor form. We actually want them to be at a very poor form. There's a reason why I actually want them to be at a very poor form. If you're actually studying Sportybet visual, you will actually understand what I'm actually saying. Why I want them to be at a poor form is because I actually want them to be at that under. Again, my point, to play that under 2.5. So the strategy we're actually playing today is the under 2.5 strategy that works out for the Spain section. So we want them to be at the bad section or at the bad form so that we cannot get above two odds, above two goals. I mean, you get my point. So now let me show you guys what I mean. So I'm just gonna check here and check for their form. This is how we check for their form. This is the first thing that we actually do to check for their form. You get my point. So their form is bad. As you can see, this is 10% form and this 50% form. You get my point. And the next thing we are supposed to check again is to check if they are among the top 5. They should not be among the top 5. So after checking if these two things are, this is where we check the form. As you can see, you get my point. This is where we check the form. When we have checked this form, then we're going to check if this one of these two, they are now among the top 5. How do we check them? We'll go over here to the statistics section, and then we'll head over to the Spain section, and we'll check if OVI and RAY is now among the top 5. Where's the top 5 of the Spain section? This is the Spain section, and this is what we're checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they are not among. You get my point? They are below. So let me show you the RAY is among the top 10, and this one is among top 18. So they are in a very poor form, in a very, very bad form. You get my point? So after we've checked all of that, the next thing we're supposed to check again is let me remove all of this so we can see clearly. So for those of you that have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe so that anytime I drop a new video, you can actually be getting my updates. You get my point? So after we've cross-checked this, the next thing we're supposed to check is the top 5 matches, the last 5 matches. I mean, see how we check it. We'll go over to this place again. Now, as you can see, they have a very bad last 5 matches. As you can see, they did not cross over 2.5. You get my point? They did not cross over 2.5 totally in this match. So they have a very, very bad form. Are you seeing the steps? Follow all these steps. You get my point? I've given the first one, the second one, I've given the third one, I've also given you the fourth one, I've given you the fifth one. You get my point? So we're at the 6th one right now. So now, after doing all of this, let us head over to the 6th one, which is checking the over 1.5. This is where we'll actually check again if the over 1.5 is above 2 odds. As you can see right here, this is the instruction, this is the step. Let the over 1.5 be above 2 odds. Let this over 1.5 be above 2 odds. You get my point? So this one is above 2 odds. As you can see, this is above 2 odds. And then also I've talked about all of that, and I've talked about all of that. So what we're just going to do right now is select this place. These are our main focus. These are our main focus. It also works out most times for the under 1.5, but if you actually want to be on the safe side, you can actually use this for the under 2.5. Now let me show you how to actually do this step by step. Now do not leave this video, because if you leave this video, you're actually going to lose a whole lot of information that I've not shared for you guys. You get my points. Now what I'm just going to do right now is unselect this and unselect this. So now there's another information I actually want to give to you guys. Now, whereby you've actually checked this place, the top what they call it, the top odd at the 3.5. That's the highest odd at the 3.5. You've checked it, and you've checked this stats section, and here is above 70 this thing 70% form. Do not go with it. Anyone that has above 70% form, do not go with it. You get my point? So now probably this one had 70% form. What do you do? You get my point? What do you do? So what I'm just going to do right now is go over to the next one, the next, what they call it, this one is the next highest. This one is the next highest, 8.46. After 12.50, 8.46 is the next highest. Then what I'm just going to do right now is check. I'm going to cross check and see. As you can see, this one is on a better form, so we cannot play the one that is on a better form. In 1 point, see their form. This one has 90% form, so we don't want to go for a team that has 90% form at all. You get my point? So I'll just unselect this and unselect this, and then let us do a live tutorial before we end. So before I actually give you guys this strategy, I've spent nothing less than 28,000 naira. That is approximately 280 cedis. That is 280 GH that I've spent trying to understand this strategy, and I've played this strategy straight 10 times. After playing this strategy straight 8 times, I only lost 3 times. I only lost 3 times out of what do you call it? Out of 10 times, I only lost 3 times and I won 7 times. And I then confirmed that this strategy is very, very effective. Now, what I'll actually be showing you guys is the pairing, how to actually pair this strategy. You get my point? So now, this is what I'll actually show you guys. Let me show you guys something. So this is the highest odd right here. After doing all of this, this is the highest odd. So the next step we're actually going to check is, the first step is coming over to the Spain section. I've not tried this on other section, but it's very, very effective at the Spain section. Yeah, my point. All these things do work with psychology. In La Liga, most of the times, not every time, there's most chance that they usually draw or don't even get up to 2 goals or more than 2 goals. You get my point? So what I'm just going to do right now, after selecting the top, the highest distance, I'm just going to come over here and check the form. Let me check the form. So this is a very bad form. You get my point? Now, after checking the very bad form, the next thing is to check this last 5 matches. As you can see, this is looking somewhere of cool, but at least the form is bad. Now, this is where the question comes in. If the form is bad and here is looking good, here cannot be looking good and here be looking bad. You get my point? But here almost, even if it's looking some kind of good, but it must surely show one kind of some bad sign. You get my point? Like now, if I actually want to use a very good form, I should not have more than less than 2 goals. Like now, let me explain. Here is 1-0, 0-0, and 1-0. You get my point? There are both 3 matches that have less than 2 goals. You get my point? So as you can see, there was 1 goal, 0 goal, and this. And so for me, if I'm actually to play in a very good last 5 matches, I don't use above 2. You get my point? So that, yeah, I don't know if you grab my point. So this is still considered as a bad one for me. You get my point? So, and here's also a bad signal. So this is a very good one. So what we're just going to do next is check if SEV, that is Sevilla, and Getafe is among the top 5 teams of the Spain section. Getafe and Sevilla is not among the top 5 teams. You get my point? So we're just going to go over here and then check if the 1.5 is above 2 odd, and the 1.5 is above 2 odd. You get my point? So since the 1.5 is above 2 odd, we're just going to select the under 2.5. You get my point? So the under 2.5 is a very good one for us to go with. You get my point? So now, after doing all of this, how do you then make profit? As you can see that the odd is low, what you have to do is since this one is very certain, that is 80% accurate to 90% accurate, you can actually add at least 3. You get my point? 3 games. You get my point? So what I'm just going to do is select the highest 3. You get my point? So this is the next highest, I guess. Let me check. 8.16 is the next highest. So what I'm just going to check is I'm going to check if this is a very bad form. As you can see, here is also a bad form. You get my point? So I'm just going to check here and see if this is above 2 odd. So this is not above 2 odd, so we can't go with it. So we're just going to check for the third highest. You get my point? So the third highest is 8.16. 8.16, we're actually going to check the form. They also have a bad form. You get my point? So as long as they have a bad form, we're just going to check if Espanyol and then Girona is among the top 5. You get my point? Espanyol and Girona is not among the top 5. You get my point? So what I'm just going to do right now is go over here and then check for if this is above 2 odd. But unfortunately, this is not above 2 odd. So since this is not above 2 odd, we can't go with it. We just have to follow proper instruction. So you get my point? Play this first of all. Let me play this, and let us see if how this one plays out. So I'm just going to stake this right now with a total sum of, let me stake with a total sum of 250, because this is 7,000 naira. I've taught you guys on how to use proper risk management in playing your games. You get my point? So, but this is a very poor amount. So risking this amount of money, this small amount of money for this little odd. So what you're just going to do is you can go over to the next one and then look for the one that you can actually pair together. You get my point? So this is currently working for the Spain section. You can actually try this for the Spain section. It's currently working. You get my point? So, but let us see how it plays out. Even if we lost or we win. You get my point? Because this strategy is very accurate. You get my point? I've tried it and actually love this strategy. This is one of my best strategies. I'm still working on it, but it's still one of my best strategies so far. So I decided to share it to you guys. So for those of you that have not subscribed, please subscribe. Use the link in the description to join the Telegram and the WhatsApp community where I usually drop daily prediction. And also, if you have not get today's giveaway, find the code anywhere around this video. I've dropped the code anywhere around this video, so find that code and then join right now. So let's see what we actually have for ourselves. And I guess we've actually won. Boom, guys, boom, on that 2.5. This strategy is very, very accurate. This strategy is very, very accurate. So peace and to have a nice time. Bye.